Happy Sunday, team. I wanted to record this call tonight because I know we weren't able to jump on live together. So I hope that what I will share tonight, it's pretty all over the place. Here's my notes. I have been traveling a ton, and the things that I learned in my meeting this week for work, for my other work, I've really focused and honed in and implemented toward Plexus and what that looks like. So I kind of might be jumping back and forth, looking down, taking notes, but wanted to share with you a little bit about my thoughts of where we are and where we can go and where it looks like that we are going. If you are watching this, if you show up, you will go up, and I'm so proud of you for taking the time to just always keep growing in every way possible, whether it's about the products or whether it's about the business. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit tonight about how easy it's for us to learn things when things go wrong, but it's also really easy to learn when things go right. Things are going to go wrong all the time in this business, and it's going to be, things can go wrong when you're taking the products. You might have a regimen that you might not be feeling that's working exactly for you, or you might be working this as a business and you might have some customers that drop off, or somebody that decides they want to stop taking the products. You can learn from all of those things, but you also have to remember all of the things that you are doing, you can learn from them being right. What are you putting into your business? Are you being true to yourself if you are in this for simply taking the products? Are you drinking your water? Are you being 100% committed to exactly what it is that you're trying to do? Because you are the only person that knows if you are not being truthful, and if you're not drinking your water or not taking your products every day, but maybe telling people that you're not doing yourself any favors. So learning about things that go wrong and learning from things that go right, kind of how this all sets up to play. I also wanted to talk about, I was in a breakout meeting for work, and they really talked about you can plan on the basis of hope. And we use the word hope all the time in Plexus. Sharing hope, giving people hope, giving yourself hope to feel better, giving that opportunity of hope to have financial freedom, to earn that trip to Hawaii, to work with your best friends, to pick your coworkers, to win that Lexus, if your goal is to quit your job. This is all hope, and that is amazing to have, and you have to have that, because if you don't have hope, then it's really going to be hard to see the vision where all of this is going. But hope is not a strategy. So you want to have that hope right here, but you want to have that strategy right here too, and merge those two together. Having hope is amazing, like we just said, but putting that hope into a strategy. Now, if you're looking at it in a business sense, what are you going to do to get to where you want to go? How are you going to be strategic? How are you going to think strategically, think outside of the box, and set up those plans? It's one thing to say, I'm going diamond. I am going diamond, but you have to believe it. You have to hope for it. You also have to strategize for it. It's hard work. I'm not going to lie and sit here and say it is hard work, but it's worth every second of every day, because you would be doing the same thing. If you were working another job, if it takes you 4 years to go diamond, you'd be working that same job, and you'd be doing the same things, and you'd be in the same place 4 years from now. But if you're working this business, and if you're growing and you're sharing the message, 4 years from now, you could be experiencing a type of freedom that you would never, ever be able to imagine. So have a strategic plan, have a strategy, find a power partner, find someone on this team, or have one of your best friends join you, or find someone on your downline and run with them. Be strategic. Think of things that you can do together to be accountable for each other and to make goals. Having a power partner is huge, and having somebody to go to is huge, because we are not in this alone at all. We might sometimes feel like we are on an island by ourselves, but not on this team. We are not alone. We're here to help each other in every way possible. And I'm not going to lie, it's been a really, really kind of slow couple of months, kind of slow summer. And I'm really ready to ramp it up for the fall and for the winter. And this is a whole new season, a whole new ball game, a whole new audience of people who might not have had health and wellness on their mind during the summertime, or looking to possibly earn their products for free or make additional income. But now's the time. Why not? Kids are back in school. Things are starting, I mean, things are still very busy, but things are starting to slow down. So have that strategy. And also, if you're taking the products, have a strategy for how you're taking those products. Be strategic with what you're doing. If you're taking Triplex and you're struggling with when to take BioCleanse and it's not working out in your schedule, change it up. The most important thing is that you're taking your products every single day. If it works better for you to take your BioCleanse all together at once, by all means. I mean, if that works for you, then you have to do what it takes to make it work for you, but have a strategy. Hope can only take you so far, and it's an amazing thing to have, but be strategic. So, you have a plan, and what we write down may not exactly turn out the way that we write it down. And I think that happens a lot in network marketing. You might say, I'm going silver this month, and a month comes to an end and you don't go silver. That is okay. You wrote it down. You have that positive affirmation. You're going to look at it and you're going to say, you know what? I didn't get there, but I did the best that I could. I shared with as many people as possible, and I'm going to get there the next month. It's really easy to write out plans, but it can be, hard to implement. So if anybody's struggling with how to, where you want to go, everybody might have different goals. Whether a person over here is interested in just getting their products for free, and the person over here is interested in making this a full-time thing, a full-time gig. Whatever your goals are, they're amazing because they're your goals. That's the beauty of this, is that you can take this as far as you want to take this. If you work this as a business, you're going to get paid like a business. And so be strategic and write down those plans, and come talk to me or come talk to your sponsor, whoever had you sign up with them. And really, let's set a goal for you. Let's find out what your goals are, and let's set it up and see how you can accomplish those. And if you have a specific time frame in mind, how we can help you get to where you want to go. Because that's what we're all about. We want to help people succeed and excel and become leaders and feel the best that they've ever felt. So again, let's think about what your plan is. Have that hope, but also have that strategy. So I call these mega truths. So mega truth number 1 is have hope and have a strategy. Mega truth number 2, panic or stress paralyzes decision making. So we don't necessarily have panic in this network marketing and in our team. It's fun. We're all about sharing the message, but it can be stressful. We can put so much stress on ourselves. We can put stress on really, really wanting this to happen in a very fast pace, maybe quicker than what it's going. But think about when you're in those stressful situations, how are you responding? How are you communicating? Are you building that strong team foundation? So if you're in a stressful situation and you find yourself, you're stressed because you have people that have joined your team and they just kind of phased out and they're not really even taking the products anymore. How are you responding to that? Are you responding to that? Are you communicating? Are you venting only to yourself? Are you, it's really important to think about the questions and what you're feeling inside. I mean, it's very easy in our mind to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. I'm so stressed because, everybody that has joined my team really isn't doing anything. But what are you going to do about that? What are you going to say? What are you going to communicate? How are you going to reach out and respond to make this as enticing to them as it was for you in the beginning? Because you are going to be the leader and they're going to follow your lead. And if you're not excited and if you're not enthusiastic, I can guarantee you that the people that have joined you are not going to be either, because they're not going to feel that positive energy, that positive vibe, that excitement of what this is all about. So if you are stressed, it's going to really paralyze your decision making on how to deal with the stress and how to deal with this, and to keep things propelling forward and to keep things moving forward. You may not, let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Oh, here we go. This is what I've been writing things all over my notebook. So I had written down, when problems happen, keep going. Do exactly what you did the week before and make sure that all of your systems are in place, that all of your plans are in place, that your ducks are in a row, that your notes are in order. If something happens, if you're struggling and you have a problem, do not stress out to the point of where it brings you down, where it makes you completely go numb and paralyzed, and then the next week comes and you're like, I can't do this anymore. Keep going. Do exactly what you're doing, because I can guarantee you that this pattern that you're finding yourself in of working hard, of sharing this message, of reaching out to people and telling people exactly what this is and why you're excited, it's going to keep things moving forward. But make sure that you have all of your, whether that's making a list of people that you want to follow up, with, making a list of people that you want to reach out to, making sure that you're keeping track of customers, making sure that you're keeping track of ambassadors that join your team, and making them feel like they're involved in something bigger than them. Because this is all so much bigger than us. This, what we have in front of us, so much bigger. So again, don't let your decisions and your communication method and your reaction be paralyzed because of your stress. It can be a stressful time, but once that stress passes, it is so much fun. So much fun. So mega truth number 3, lead your team, but let them do their job. This is one that I have struggled with for quite some time, because if you're not expecting to grow a team or to become a leader, when I joined again simply for wholesale pricing of products. I had no intention of ever telling anybody about this. I was a secret pink drinker. I didn't want anybody to know this, which is why when I set my profile account up, I sent it to my work email. It's a mistake. I would not recommend that, especially if something takes off. For me, as I was growing my team and really building something amazing, I didn't know how to and most of you watching, you'll understand, but I didn't know how to let you fly. I didn't know how to let you go and let you do your thing. I felt like I was responsible for making sure that you were growing personally and excuse me. And I didn't know, excuse me, I know that everybody is capable, but I struggled a lot with being able to just let you go. And here you are, and you guys have grown into the most amazing leaders, an amazing team. And for those of you that I'm not your personal sponsor, I guarantee you that you are in the absolute best hands, because people that are on this team are leaders. I have no idea what I'm allergic to. People on this team are leaders. They're thriving. I am on each and every team page, and I'm so impressed every single day. So, it's not easy to lead, but if you learn how to do it in the right way, it becomes very, very, oh my God. It becomes very, very uplifting. And the goal in mind is to watch your team excel, and you want to really have the reasoning and ambition to make your team be stronger than you. I know that, excuse me, seriously, haven't sneezed this much in forever. So make your team stronger than you. I know that that sounds crazy, but what it means is that you're being an amazing leader and you're teaching your team things that strengths that you might not feel are your huge strengths, and then you're learning from them as well, and then they are just taking off and going. So lead your team. When you start building your team, lead them but let them do their job, because each and every one of us here has a different personality. We have a different way of sharing the message. We have a different comfort level. We have all of these things that make us so special and so unique. We don't do it the same way. We want to implement the same training process when we sign, when we have people join our team. But we all have different ways of being comfortable and sharing this message. So it's really important to let someone feel like you can educate and teach and train, but let them be the ones to share with the people that are in their lives and on their own teams. So mega truth number 4, recovery requires a response, but not a reaction. Now, this was kind of written down more on the event side when I was talking on my work, but when we talk about recovery, that can be, for all of you that are new, if you don't know what we went through when we had our new back office, which was last October, it was very, very hard and eye-opening and difficult for all of us. It was hard on our customers. It was hard on our new ambassadors, on those that were just recently joining the team. We had system failures, software issues, shipping up, issues. But it's very important to focus on when things like that happen, when glitches happen. I mean, this Plexus is just taking off and it's growing so quickly, and they're trying to do the best that they can to keep up with that growth, which is a great thing. But along the way, there can be things that happen, and it's really our service as ambassadors and as representatives of the company to really not have a reaction, like a negative reaction, and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, like this is just ridiculous. That is not okay. What it is okay is to have a response and say, keep things positive when things can go wrong. Have that response of, we're working on this. I'm going to help you out the best way that I can. Let's make sure you're getting taken care of. Hey, can I call customer service for you and then patch you through? Be that problem solver. Have a response rather than a reaction, because when people see that reaction and feel maybe the negativity of what's coming down, the chain, you're their direct liaison, and so you want to make sure that you keep your head up and make sure that you stay as positive as possible, and just explain that this might feel a little off right now. However, they're working through the clock and they are going to get this taken care of, and they care about this company and their ambassadors so very much. And so anytime that we have, this can kind of go for corporate as well, because anytime that we've had some issues, like when we had those long customer service wait times and shipping issues, Plexus always seems to have a solution, a response, a positive response when something happens, whether that be free products, covering tax and shipping, offering promotions, having a discount code. That's their response rather than their reaction. So that's just another mega truth, and kind of a little bit of talking about how if something negative happens, how you can respond rather than react, because it's very important to just stay positive. Mega truth number 5, do not assign blame. Now this can go on both sides of the fence, for wholesale ambassadors taking their products and for ambassadors that are working their business. You're taking your products. Do not blame that candy bar that you're eating. Do not blame the products because you are not drinking your water. Do not blame because you are not being truthful and speaking to yourself and taking those products every day. You know, that you are the only one that has the control over what your actions are. There was something going around Facebook the other day, and I really liked it, and it was like, it was something, and I'm not going to quote it correctly at all, but it was something about somebody signs up for a gym membership and never goes, and they blame the gym that it's just not a good gym because they have no results. So it's kind of similar. If you're not taking the products and not being true to yourself, and you know, the blame is only going to be right here on you. Now, this can also go for ambassadors that are interested in working their business. Do not blame your sponsor. Do not blame your the person above your sponsor, maybe your diamond upline. Do not blame corporate office. You know, some people are not as fortunate as all of us to be on such an amazing team. You know, Jen Hawkins and Celeste, they formed the Destination Diamond Dream Team, which we are all a part of, and we are always getting resources and support, and there's so many things out there. But I have heard from other ambassadors that might not be as fortunate as us. They say, you know, well, I'm not ranking up because my sponsor just isn't helping me. Well, don't blame the sponsor. You know, make sure, are you reading you know, personal growth books? Are you watching YouTube videos? Are you studying what the products are about? Are you looking through your success kit? Don't assign the blame on other people. Always just own up to your actions, and really just put yourself out there, and you know, realize that you're the only one that's going to be able to quit you. So if you're having a bad day, if you're having a bad month, if you're having a bad couple of months, don't quit yourself. Don't quit this opportunity. Don't stop taking the products. You joined this for a reason, and I can guarantee you, when you get to that root of that reason, and if you stop doing this or stop doing what you're doing, you're going to realize that you're going to miss how you're feeling, and you're going to miss, you know, sharing and spreading this message. Because for most of us, we did not come here. We're not on this team to do anything except to take products, and that has shifted for quite a few of us. So if that's something that shifts for you, we are all here to help you, because people are going to ask you what you're doing. They're going to take notice, and if you don't feel prepared to tell them what it is that you're taking, you know, get on the phone with myself, get on the phone with your sponsor. We're happy to help you. So that's just I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, about the don't assign the blame, because it's really easy to blame other people, or to blame the products, or to blame something. But when you get down to the root of the cause, it all ends up on yourself. And make sure that you are owning up to what it is that you might be frustrated with. Mega truth number 6. The outcome is predictable if we don't plan for predictable. Now, that was more about, you know, we talk about insanity, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. If we are talking about, you know, we all plan for rain. And I like that saying, because it's always good to plan for the possibility of something not going right. If we plan, if we think about what's predictable in this business, or what's predictable in Plexus, it's pretty predictable that not everybody's going to be happy. Not everybody, this isn't going to be for everybody. Not everybody's going to find the passion that you might feel. Not everybody's going to have the same result that you might have experienced with products. Not everybody's going to have the exact same regimen. It's predictable that people are going to quit. That's just what happens. It's predictable that you're going to experience skeptical people. That, again, is just something that goes along with the entire game of network marketing, the entire process of it. There's going to be people, it's predictable that people are going to think that you're a scam. I love this. Celeste is a double diamond, the only double diamond in Plexus. And I was watching one of her videos, and it kind of shocked me. I didn't realize this, but she said that her last name is Gwyn. And she said, do you know how many Gwens are on my Plexus team? 0. She does not have one family member, and now this is her married name, so this is her husband's family. She does not have one family member on her team, not one. And she said, here I am, double diamond ambassador, having complete financial freedom. She has, I think, 2 Lexuses, not 3. And her family that is closest to her is still super skeptical. This is something that it's predictable. I was shocked when I heard that, but it's amazing to me. So we all plan for rain. When I say rain, you can look at rain as far as the unhappy people, the people that are going to quit, the people that are going to be skeptical. But it's not about the rain. It's about how you dance in it. And I know that's kind of cheesy, but it's true. All of these things are going to be piling down on you, but it's how you take it and how you hold that umbrella and shield yourself and keep your blinders on and keep moving forward. Because that's just, what it is and how it works. But if you don't, if you don't stick to your plan, kind of circling back and writing out the plans, if you don't stick to your plan, it's not going to work. You are not committed to that piece of paper. You're committed to what's in here, excuse me, and what's in here. So if that plan doesn't work for you, write a new plan or write some new goals to get you to where you want to go. But being predictable is something that you are just going to have to open your mind and your heart up to and welcome that. I love welcoming people who question the ingredients and who question the products. I want people to research. I want people to come back with questions because that means they're really interested, but it also means that, they're digging deep and they're wanting to prove you wrong. And guess what? They won't because if they're looking for ingredients and if they're looking for something that's dangerous or that they think their doctor's not going to improve, you know what? There's nothing that we have that is not plant-based. There's nothing that we have that's something, and that's something that we can stand behind because we have products that work. We have products that we believe in, and I think that's really, really important. So I only have 2 more. Mega truth number 7, mind the law of unintended consequences. So unintended consequences. This means that the problem that you solve might cause another problem. Let's say, for instance, somebody's frustrated and you're saying, drink your water, drink your water, drink your water, drink your water. And they are completely overwhelmed and they quit. So you're trying to solve the problem for them because you feel like maybe the products aren't working the way that they should because they're not getting their water in and they feel like it's too hard, so then they stop. So you're trying to solve a problem, then it creates another problem because they got overwhelmed and then they quit. So it's really about, I want to say with unintended consequences, this comes in the hand of, when you first have a customer join or order from you, or you have somebody that joins your team, ask questions, really dig deep in and get to know them. And, listen and really put your listening ears on because let them do the talking and let them tell you what it is and why they're here. And that can help you plan an individual game plan for this person. And it might seem like a lot of extra work, but I promise you it's going to keep that person from leaving you and from leaving your team and from leaving Plexus in general. Because that's the last thing that we want because it's just so amazing. So make sure you're listening and make sure that when you're trying to solve an issue or a problem for someone, that the end result doesn't make the problem worse. Probably a little bit more difficult in this because, I think that when you're trying to solve issues and problems, everybody has a different issue or problem. If they're having it, whether it's they're trying to work with business or taking the products, everybody's situation and story is a little bit unique. So this mega truth is a little bit harder to kind of hone in and exactly in how it works with the Plexus world, but just take away that the problem that you solve might cause another problem. So really think about and listen to what it is that you're trying to help people with. Mega truth number 8. If it hasn't happened to you, it hasn't happened to you yet. So if you have heard stories about, you know, I've had a customer that quit, or I had somebody that, you know, had really bad die-off symptoms, or you're feeling really negative and really low. If you can't resonate with any of those or recognize that feeling, you will. And it comes along with this entire process. But we have there has been one person on this team. We have 300 people on our team, you guys. Everybody has experienced something, and you are not in this alone. So if it hasn't happened to you, it just hasn't happened to you yet. But when it does, we are here. We are here to help. We are an open forum. Ask questions, and we are all here together to be supportive of one another. And then the last mega truth is mindfulness. About being present in the moment. You are, like I said before, it's fight or flight. You are the only one who can leave you and quit. They talked about this in one of our breakout meetings, and I really, really like this. It's called the ice cream shop phenomenon. And so, you know, if you're going to look for ice cream, would you rather go to the one that has 31 flavors, or would you rather go to the one that has 3 flavors? I can guarantee you that they'd all rather go to the one that has 31 flavors. So you get your ice cream, you pick out the flavor that you want, and you're eating it, and you're thinking, God, you know, I should not have gotten the mint chocolate chip. I really should have gotten the Rocky Road. Have you guys ever done that? Because I know that I have. So you're deeply engraved to think about an alternative. We're deeply engraved in our mindset to think about, gosh, what if I would have done this? Or what if, oh shoot, I should have chosen that instead of chosen this. But I liked this and resonated back to Plexus because it's all about focusing on the positive things and thinking about the things that we have accomplished right now, and not thinking about the person over here or the person over here, or, you know, how I'm not getting there fast enough, or maybe I should have done things differently. Focus on the positive. Be in the present moment and focus on what you've accomplished. I like to tell my team members this. I always say, you know, if they're feeling down, if you're growing a team and feeling like you're stuck, I always like to say to go to the reports page on your back office and go down to the graphic tree and look and see all of the people in this layered deep that you have grown because of you, all because of you. That's why they're here. So look at the things that you've accomplished and focus on the good things, rather than focusing on maybe what's over here and what you could have and how are you going to get there. Focus on what you do have and what is in your future and what that looks like, because that is the most important thing. So I hope that this has helped a little bit. You know, again, these were just notes that I took from my work breakout meeting, and I really just, I don't know, I just thought it would really help with some things that some of you might be struggling with. You know, let's focus on the big picture, you guys. It's not about your white line ambassadors. It's not about those customers that have quit. It's the big picture and what it looks like and why we're here. We're all here for a reason. You know, let's all plan for the rain. Let's all plan for that together. And let's keep walking through and storming through together as a team, because I believe in each and every single one of you. And we have 4 days left in August. You know, it's been a really tough, slow month. Personally for me, if you're feeling it, I completely understand. I know some other teams have been feeling it as well. But let's get out there and keep doing what we're doing. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and we will talk really soon. Bye, guys. Love ya.